Hello, my name is Hannah Safia from Group 6, and today I will be presenting the effects of freeze preservation on the nutrient profile of vegetables, fruits, animal tissue, and dairy products. Our group consists of 4 members: Ang Chayun, Erna Natira, Nurul Izaz Ahira, and me, myself, Hannah Safia. Food preservation plays a crucial role in extending the shelf life of food while maintaining its essential nutrients. Among the various methods, freeze preservation stands out as one of the most effective techniques. By lowering the temperature of food below its freezing point, freezing slows down chemical reactions that cause spoilage and inhibits the growth of microorganisms like bacteria, yeast, and molds. Research has shown that freezing is highly effective for preserving the nutrient profiles of fruits, vegetables, animal tissue, and dairy products. When foods are frozen at their peak ripeness, they retain vitamins and minerals, often matching or even exceeding the nutritional value of fresh produce stored for several days. For example, freezing helps preserve vitamins A, D, E, and K, which are essential for immune function and overall health. However, water-soluble vitamins like B and C are less well preserved during freezing. The process works by reducing water activity in the food. As water molecules freeze and turn into ice crystals, free water available for microbial growth is eliminated, creating an unfavorable environment for spoilage. At the same time, freezing slows or stops chemical reactions that cause decay, further extending shelf life. While freezing is highly effective, it's not perfect. Pre-freezing steps like blanching and maintaining proper storage conditions are critical to minimizing nutrient losses and ensuring food quality.
Hello, my name is Anna Natira, and I'm going to present the analysis of how agricultural practices handling, processing, and storage can affect the nutrient retention in food. For starters, it is a well-known fact that the agricultural practices can greatly affect the nutrient content of food. A few examples of agricultural practices are crop management and pesticide and herbicide usage. In crop management, it is an organized grouping of farming methods that are applied to a field in order to optimize the plant growth and health. These practices, which include plowing and irrigation, plowing improves soil aeration, help root grow better and absorb more nutrient, leading to healthier crop, while irrigation helps the soil moist, making it easier for plant to take in nutrient. In pesticide and herbicide usage, while it may help the farmer to control pests from destroying the plant, excessive use may disturb the balance of soil microbe. For instance, too much herbicide can affect nitrogen-fixing bacteria, which plant need for growth. This can result in smaller crops with fewer nutrient content. Next, I'm going to talk about how handling and processing can affect nutrient retention in food. Modern methods such as high pressure processing (HPP) and steam blanching are better in preserving nutrient and sensory qualities than traditional methods like boiling. While mechanical processing such as cutting, grinding, and milling can increase nutrient bioavailability by breaking down the cell wall, but it may also lead to nutrient loss if poorly managed. For example, milling rice remove the bran and germ, making it easier to digest, but it will reduce fiber, vitamin B complex, and other nutrients in the produce. Proper storage temperature is critical to preserve nutrients, especially for heat-sensitive ones, such as vitamin C and B. For nutrient and vegetable, it is recommended to store them at 4 degrees Celsius to slow down the nutrient degradation, metabolic processes, and microbial growth. In dairy product, it should be stored in between 1 and 4 degrees Celsius to maintain quality and slow microbial growth. And last but not least, for meat product, it must be stored at constant temperature of below negative 18 degrees Celsius to prevent freeze-thaw cycle and maintain its quality and safety.
Greeting to Dr. Nazri. My name is Ang Chayan and my matrix number is BN22110074, and today I will be presenting on the literature review. The literature review is to explore the impact of the freeze preservation on nutrient profile in vegetable, fruits, animal tissue, and dairy products. Here are the 3 key findings I have discovered. For fruits and vegetables, study has shown that freezing can retain or even enhance the nutrient content. The first study shows that frozen produced vegetables and fruits often preserve higher level of vitamin C and provitamin A compared to a fresh store produce. Similarly, the second study emphasized the benefit of the quick freezing, which reduced the nutrient loss more effective than others methods. However, there are the limitations where blanching before freezing may lead to some nutritional loss, particularly in folate content, as not in the study on frozen broccoli and green pea. In animal tissue, freeze preservation plays a key role in extending shelf life by reducing the microbial spoilage. The first study found that the freezing helped to maintain meat quality but affect attributes like tenderness, water retention, flavor, and colors. The second study highlighted that soft freezing retained freshness and nutrient content for a short duration with better result for meat up to 3 weeks and for fish and prawns up to 1 week. The third key finding regarding to dairy product is freezing primarily affect protein stability. Vigolo et al. Found that prolonged freezing degrades milk protein, with notable deterioration after 30 days. The second study further demonstrated that freeze-thaw cycle significantly reduce the level of fat, protein, and lactose in milk, indicating that extended freezing adversely affects its nutritional values. In short, while freezing is an effective preservation method, its impact varies across different food groups. Future research should be focused on a refining freezing technique to optimize nutrient retention and improve food quality over extended storage period. Thank you. That's all for my part.
Assalamualaikum Doctor. My name is Nurul Izzah Zahira binti Muhammad Adnan, and now I'm going to present about the practical recommendations or solution for mitigating nutrient loss in food processing and storage. Nutrient loss often happen during processing of food, so we need to ensure a good application of practices during processing. Firstly, fresh fruit and vegetable will undergo chemical changes after harvest, which will lead to the spoilage and nutrient deterioration. Thus, optimized blanching is the most suitable method to be used for fresh fruit and vegetable before freezing. Optimized blanching is scalding vegetable briefly in a steam for a short time. It can deactivate the enzyme that cause oxidation in food. Optimized blanching also helps to reduce nutrient loss in vegetable and fruit. For example, steam blanching retain more water-soluble nutrient than boiling. Boiling also can retain nutrient, however, it's not as effective as the steam blanching. So another method that can help to retain nutrient is rapid freezing. So rapid freezing help in minimize nutrient loss in vegetable and fruit. Water-soluble vitamin are better retained in rapid freezing compared to the slow freezing. Rapid freezing forms a small ice crystal compared to the slow freezing, which produce a more bigger ice crystal that can affect the texture. So optimal temperature for the rapid freezing is negative 25 degrees Celsius or below. Rapid freezing also can help to retain moisture in meat. Another method is freeze drying. So freeze drying helps to prevent post-harvest nutrient loss, and it also provides concentrated source of nutrient and phytochemical in the fruit or vegetable. Basically, freeze drying it changes frozen water into a vapor under a vacuum condition. It also minimizes the heat exposure to the food. Freeze drying also form a small ice crystal, and it extends the shelf life in meat without using any preservation. And it also prevents separation of fat in milk. So another tips that we can use in the food processing is to avoid refreezing or thawing of meat. It can affect the texture and also the moisture and nutrient content in meat. So it's best to avoid refreezing or thawing. And next is to avoid freezing in certain dairy product. For example, like sour cream, yogurt, and cheese, because it will produce a grainy texture that is unfavorable for the consumer. However, it still tastes the same. So next, I'm going to talk about how to retain the nutrient in food during the storage. So firstly, during storage, it need to have appropriate packaging because it can help to minimize nutrient loss during storage, and it also prevent contamination and spoilage to the food. Example for appropriate packaging is like airtight or vacuum sealed packaging. So another tips during food storage is that the food need to be stored below negative 18 degrees Celsius to maintain the temperature. And we need to avoid overloading in the freezer because it can lead to inconsistent freezing and partial thawing. So, a proper storage of vegetable is essential to maintain their freshness and nutritional value. For example, like mushroom, it should be stored in the paper bag in the refrigerator to absorb excess moisture and prevent them from becoming slimy. Another example is like zucchini. It needs to be stored in the perforated plastic bag in the refrigerator to put it away from the ethylene producing fruits, just like apple or banana, to prevent premature ripening. So additionally, for fruits, storing it properly can extend the shelf life and it retain its flavor. For example, like cherry need to be stored unwashed in perforated plastic bag in the refrigerator and must be washed before eating it. As for meat, it need to be stored properly to prevent freezer burning. For example, chivon. Chivon is a goat meat that high in protein level, but quality of chivon can deteriorate over time if it's not stored properly. So during a long storage, chivon need to be tightly wrapped and stored under negative 18 degrees Celsius. So lastly, a dairy product, it requires specific storage method to maintain its freshness and quality. So for example, is sour cream and yogurt, it should be stored in its original container in the refrigerator to prevent from it absorbing odor from the food. Yogurt can be stored in longer time, but the texture might change slightly upon the thawing. So lastly, another example that can be used during storage is liquid nitrogen freezing, LNF. It is an innovative storage method. Like for example, it's been used to pre-treatment of gazami crab because it can help to rapidly freeze water content inside it. So it will preserve both texture and nutrient.
To conclude, freeze preservation plays a vital role in maintaining the nutritional quality and shelf life of food products, including fruits, vegetables, animal tissue, and dairy. This method effectively slows chemical reaction, inhibits microbial growth, and preserves both the structural and nutritional integrity of foods. Freeze preservation retains essential nutrients like vitamins A, D, E, and K, though water-soluble vitamins such as B and C are more prone to degradation. The effectiveness of this technique depends on factors like pre-freezing processes, proper storage condition, and the freezing methods used. In today's fast-paced world, freeze preservation meets the growing demand for convenient, long-lasting, and nutrient-rich food. By optimizing freezing and storage processes, both food producers and consumers can ensure access to higher quality food products with minimal nutrient losses. That's all from us. Thank you.